We're here at Nelson Lakes National Park. We're just off to walk the loop track. It's a side track off of the Lakehead Track. It's going to take us about an hour and a half. We're going to head off down the track this way. Yeah, so let's get started. There's a map showing all the tracks. This track starts off on the Lakehead Track and then branches off just up the valley a wee bit. So 4Ks, 1.5 hours. Yeah, so we start off walking on the Lakehead Track for a wee while, for about maybe 500-600 metres, and then we branch off onto a side track. You can go either direction here. They both join up again further up. We'll go around past the lake. Some information panels about the walks and the tracks and stuff here. Yeah. So you just have to climb up to the start of the St Arnaud Tops track. Not much for climb. So as the name suggests, it's a loop track. You can go either way. You can continue along the Lakehead Track this way for about a kilometre, and then the track heads uphill, or you can head uphill at the beginning, going up the St Arnaud Track here. So this track takes you to the St Arnaud Range, up to the top of the St Arnaud Range, but it's also got the Honeydew Track and the loop track coming off it further up. So this is the way we're heading. There's the first track junction. So if you go straight ahead, you're walking down the Honeydew Track. That's a 45-minute loop track through the forest, and you end up back at that place where we started. If you go off to the left, you're heading for the loop track and the St Arnaud Range track. Yeah, so that's the way we'll be heading. So you can see the St Arnaud Range track is a standard bush track. It's not fancy like that one back there, much rougher, very very steep. I climbed up here back in 2016. It was a hard tramp, honestly. It was very very hard, but the views from the top were just spectacular. It's quite a rooty, rocky track you're walking on. So you're just climbing up a series of old terraces. Just climbing up onto a second terrace now. Yeah, and then we just walk across to the far side of that. Forest has changed a wee bit up on top of this terrace. The main trees up here are big red beech trees. Yeah. Wee wetland there. So that's the turn off to the loop track. So you head off through the forest there. Another 2.8 k's. If you go that way, you're going up the St Arnaud Range track up to the Parachute Rocks. Yeah, if you look on my blog, like there's a post there about the time I went up there. I think it was like 2016. Yeah. So we'll be heading off that direction. So once you get up to the high point, you're just basically sidling along through the forest for about 1.5 k's. More or less on the same contour line. There is a bit of up and down. It's not too bad though. It's a bit muddier through here. Track doesn't get as much maintenance. As you can see, it's a bit muddy up here. Just picking my way through a muddy patch. So I'm walking along the top of this ridge line through these wee clearings in the forest. Yeah. Making my way back down towards the lake again. I'm heading downhill. Yeah, so still going through the forest. Couple of really massive red beech trees there. Yeah, and then there's more of them off if you look through the forest. There's a really massive one just over there. Big. Heading downhill. You can hear the boats off in the distance. It's a bit irritating, but what can you do? Your classic dock track marker. So you can see how they use the direction of the arrow to show you which way you need to go. So this one here, they put it on its side, so they want us to go this way down the track. And there's the track going down. Got to keep an eye on the things. Sometimes you don't notice those change of directions, and then you're just suddenly like, oh, where's the track gone? There's a multitude of markers on the forest here. I can see 20 of them from where I'm standing. All different colours. A few people around. It's an interesting looking log. Look at all these ferns growing up on top. Pretty. Very pretty looking ferns. Quite a steep bit going down. I can see the shoreline just off to the side there through the trees. I can see the end of the track down there. I can see the dock sign where the Lakehead Track starts. Yeah, so it's half an hour back down the Lakehead Track there to Kerr Bay, and if you go the opposite direction, that's heading up to Lakehead Hut. This is that attractive stream I was walking along past. It would be worth actually walking up the side of that river some distance and camping. You can camp in here. Just have to be careful at this time of the year because of the wasps, but yeah, it looked really lovely up there. There's a wee side track here that takes you down to a beach, so we'll just go down and have a look at the lake. So there's Lake Rotoiti, so that's Mount Robert over there, or the start of Robert Ridge. Brunner Peninsula that I'm walking around this afternoon, and then that's Kerr Bay back down there. So you can see how busy it is. Look at all the boats and cars parked down there. That's West Bay over there in the far distance. That's where the Brunner River starts. No, sorry, not the Brunner River, the Buller River. The Buller River starts. Lake Rotoiti is the headwaters of the Buller River. So time to set off back down the track. 30 minutes back down to Kerr Bay, so yeah, let's get going. I've walked down this part of the track many times on my way up the Travers Valley. Lakehead Hut's at the end of this track. It's one of my favourite places to go. Bunch of a-holes driving up and down in their boats on the lake. So after about 500 metres you have to climb up and along the side of the hill. Yeah, so there's some stairs and some boardwalk there that you have to climb up over. So you're walking along the same contour line all the way back to the original start of the loop trip. Here's that area or a boardwalk you walk over just about at the end of the track. That's a wasp bait station there. They're all through the forest. So the last couple of 100 metres are just a flat sidling track, just like this. So I'm back at the Honeydew Walk. So there's the Honeydew Walk, one end of it heading off up there, and then St Arnaud and Kerr Bay are down the track that direction. Kerr Bay's 10 minutes away. The other end of the loop track is just down the track there, about maybe 200 metres. Yeah, so head on along. So that's the beginning end of the loop trip again. Yeah, so that took me about an hour and 20 minutes to go around there. Yeah, and then we're just walking back along the Lakehead Track there, going back down to Kerr Bay. So we're just walking back down the Lakehead Track. Kerr Bay's about maybe 5 minutes away. This is that hill you walk up at the beginning of the track. Back down on the flats by the Kerr Bay boat ramp. yeah, so there's quite a nice walk. Takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours to walk around. I took about 2 hours because I'm taking lots of photos and film. Yeah, certainly if you're here, come and have a go at the track. It's quite a nice one. Cool. See you next time.